a man, born into a wealthy family, was a dwarf. Moreover, he also had a blemished skin and an ugly appearance. But on the redeeming side, he had a sweet and a melodious voice. One day, he went to hear a discourse by the Buddha at his main monastery. Being convinced that this is the right path for him, he then and there decided to renounce the world, to become a monk. And soon after, he was admitted to the order of monks under the Buddha. However, in the ways of the world back then, people named others according to their appearance, and he was called the dwarf, even after he became a monk. Days passed, and the new monk would engage in his monastic life diligently, living side by side the Buddha, striving for enlightenment. Then a curious incident caused him to have a breakthrough in his practice one day. The monk was heading somewhere in the city, when he saw a prostitute. The prostitute, seeing the monk, thought to herself, "What a small man that is, looks like a toy," and with that, a smile came upon her face. Now at times, Buddhist monks consider different body parts as a subject of meditation, and attain to deep states of meditative calm and insight upon them. The monk took the teeth of the prostitute shown through the smile as a meditation object, and similarly went into a state of meditation. This practice eventually resulted in an experience of a deep awakening in him, that resulted in the penultimate stage of realization. And not long after, he attained to the final stage of enlightenment. Now it so happened, as he had a small stature and an uncouth appearance, not knowing his level of realization, some young novice monks would make fun of him. At times they would pull at his ears, pat him on the head, and inquire if he was not tired of a monk's life yet, and the like. And so, it is said, that the Buddha himself had to intervene several times, to let others know what a mighty monk the dwarf was, being attained to the final stage of realization, and possessed of great psychic powers. The dwarf monk however took on the pestering he received in a good-natured manner, hardly minding it. But, considering that misdeeds done against the enlightened individuals would result in especially bad karma for the instigators, the monk, it is said, generally avoided the company of others, and lived in solitude. He mostly preferred to live in nature, and under the trees, enjoying the bliss of enlightenment. Eventually, the dwarf monk was chosen by the Buddha as one of the 80 great disciples, due to his ability to deliver great sermons in his melodious voice.